You're no longer on the screen.
No,
You were on the screen, but you're not on the screen.
No, I'm not there.
Okay.
You can see this slide, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you, dear devotees. Let's begin with our meditation. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridhari Jana Vallabha Giridhari Yashodanandana Braja Janavan Yashodanandana Braja Janavan Yashodanandana Janavan Janavan Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Jai Gaur Premanandi. Om Jnanadamirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavascha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Lalitam Vitam Dam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadudam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakamitam Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Swami Nidinamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachari Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Desikarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna. So thank you, my dear devotees, for your association. Thank you for study of Srimad Bhagavatam. So we'll continue our study from Srimad Bhagavatam. We are currently studying on Canto 1, and we are right now on Shloka number 18 for chapter 8. So let us further our study. So before we begin, I would like to just pay my gratitude. So whatever I'm studying, whatever I'm saying, it is nothing from me. It is all coming from the Shastra and all the gurus whom I listen to. So if there is any mistake, it is from my side, but all the essence is coming from them. So I'm not an expert, but I just playing an instrument in the moment of Srila Prabhupada. So please bless me. And also I would like to pay my gratitude to all the guru work whom I listen to and take inspiration from and share whatever you hear from them back to all of us. So this is all for myself. So thank you so much. Let's begin our study. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. So far we have studied in this chapter that how the Pandavas have been lamenting, and then their last rites were performed, and now Krishna is going to Dwarka. It's open only. You can request them to come from that door. It's open only, beta. Just open it. Yeah. Yeah, I think there are devotees. The Mataji, the Puja Mataji. Yes, see. Please come. Please come. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Please come. Yeah, please come. Please come. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So today we are going to study something very important. From verse number 18, very important thing happens. It's called Kunti's Stuti, or prayers of Srimati Kunti Devi. So we have to understand the importance of prayer first, right? Because we all do prayer. Everybody does prayer. Kavish, when you do prayers? Huh?
Right now.
Right now? Wow, that's good. Sometimes children may say, yeah, when the exams are there, when something important has to happen. When I need something from my parents, I'll pray that please inspire my parents. Like that. So that is all good. Yes, very nice. You're praying now. Of course, it is prayers. Bhagavatam is full of prayers. Bhagavatam is full of prayers. So, how we should pray? Anybody want to make a guess how we should pray? There is no right or wrong answer. This is a discussion, right? Anybody want to make an attempt? How should we pray? How we should be praying? Humility, yes. Gratitude, yes. We've got so many things, but still something has to happen.
You got to say, Krishna wishes.
If Krishna will is Prabhu is taking clue from the class. Yes, if you so desire. If you so desire, please protect my family. So there is something which is there, which is mentioned. We should plan, should be private. We should not reveal too much. I'm doing this, that, don't do. We should not do that. Our mouth should be very silent, not to explain too many things. Our life should be low key, like a millionaire. If he dressed nicely and carries a nice suitcase, then people know that he has got some money and that could be robbed. But if he dress very simply and then carries a bag which is torn off, then nobody will bother. It's okay. He's a nice poor person, so it's okay. He will not be robbed. So, but the prayer should be loud. Where is it mentioned? Anybody knows? Agre Kuruna, in which he says, this is a good. Gopala Vanshi Dhararupa Sindho Lokesh Narayana Dina Bandhu Uccha Sarespam Bada Sarvadeva Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. just for a, you should pray very loudly. So Krishna can hear, but Golok is very far. No? We can loudly we should pray. Because when Srimati Draupadi on the Guru Sabha, when she was getting disturbed, she cried so much loudly, she was crying. And especially when we are praying, we should take the original names of Krishna. Krishna has got millions of names. What is original in that, right? The original names are some names by which Krishna is known in Vrindavan. Okay, Vrindavan is known as what? Gopal, then Govinda, Damodar. These are the names. These are called real names. Krishna will get very more pleasure when you call him with those names. Like in our homes also, like my daughters, if I call her with her original name, which is there on the birthday, she may not be so much affection may not be there. If I call her with the homely name, she'll be very affectionate like that. I also feel very nice. Similarly, when you call Krishna with these names, Krishna will listen. That's why when Draupadi Devi is praying, she says, Govinda. Govinda Dwaraka Vasim. She says, Govinda, you are now established yourself in Dwaraka. But you are originally from where? You are from now. She prays like that. So it's very nice. So there are different prayers in Bhagavatam. So quiz time. Not quiz time. What are the different prayers in Bhagavatam? I know you all have heard classes. We have not gone to that level yet in our study, but I'm sure you all have read Bhagavatam once, twice, and you have heard some classes and some specific classes on specific prayers. So let's talk about some prayers. Let's start one by one. What prayers we know? Bhishmadev Stuti. Yes, Bhishmadev Stuti, which will come in the next chapter only. Kunti Stuti started, yes. Brahma Stuti, yes. In Canto. Prahlad Maharaj Stuti, Canto 7, yes. Dhruv Maharaj Stuti, yes. Rudra Geet, yes. Vritrasur prayer, 4 shlokas, very beautiful. Gopi Geet, Hari Bol, this is amazing. This is very, Gopi Geet is so, yeah.
Prayers of Kunti Maharani.
Prayers of Kunti Maharani, yes. We are studying. Correct. Any other prayers? There are many. Bhumi Devi, yes. Bhumi Devi's prayers. Yeah. Uttara, yes, Uttara also prayed a few weeks ago. We just saw she prayed. Absolutely. Yasdev prays. So many prayers. So here are the list which we found that you can see. So this might be a little small, so let me make it bigger. So these are the prayers. Prayers by Yasdev, Arjuna, Kunti, Bhishma, Hastinapur, ladies of Hastinapur, Kadam, Muni, Devhuti, Dhruv Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Maharaj Prutu, Vritrasur, Chitraketu, so many prayers, Gajendra prayers. These are the prayers. Akrur, yes, Gopis, Indra, so many Nagapatni prayers, Muchkunda Maharaj prayer, so many are there. So these are the prayers. So, when somebody, I don't know who asked, but somebody asked Amrinda Prabhu about how he is able to relish Bhagavatam so much, right? Because when he speaks, like we feel like the clock doesn't stop. That's what we feel, isn't it? So he told there are 2 things because of which his interest in Bhagavatam and his fixed sadhana has improved. So he said 2 things. One is about these prayers, studying these prayers, specifically studying prayers from Srimad Bhagavatam. And second is studying the Vaishnava Geet, our Acharya's Geet. Right? Narottam Das Thakur, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, they have written such a beautiful bhajans. If you just repeatedly sing them, so much bhav will come because they are actually seeing and writing. It's so beautiful. So he said these 2 things regularly he does. He recite those bhajans and he will read these prayers and study them. So that has helped him in his spiritual advancement. So I'm just sharing some secret which I know, which is not in the public, but I'm just telling all of you. This is how the prayers are so important. And today we'll study one we'll begin study of very important prayer of Srimad Bhagavatam, which is a prayer by Queen Kunti. Very, very amazing. So let us begin our prayers to Sri Ganeshaya Namaha with this first prayers. So from 18 to 44, the verses which are like almost like 26 verses are just prayers. So very beautiful. We'll study each one and understand the essence behind each of them, because that is important, right? So in the first verse, Queen Kunti is offering obeisances. That is what we should also do. When we do some Vaishnava deities, what we should do first thing? Namaskar, right? Pay obeisances. That is important. That is like giving respect. Okay, so let's begin first. Kunti Uvacha Tamasya Purusham Tadyam Ishwaram Prakrute Param Alaksham Sarva Bhutanam Antarbahir Avasthitam. Yes, Robert, can you please read translation?
Srimati Kunti said, O Krishna, I offer my obeisances unto you because you are the original personality and are unaffected by the qualities of the material world. You are existing both within and without everything, yet you are invisible to all. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, here Queen Kunti Devi is first offering obeisances. So Kunti Devi's bhav is that, Krishna is actually her nephew. But she is saying that you are not my nephew. Although you are, I am elder and you are my nephew, and from relation it is like that, but she's saying, no, you are not. Who are you? You are the original personality of Godhead. That's how she is. You are the supreme personality. So there are a few points which we'll read from the purport. There are long purports, so we may not read all of them, but there are some important points that we'll go through. But I would suggest and recommend everybody that whatever we read, please read them again. There's so much essence is given there. Purport by our beloved Gurudev Sri Abhay Charana Bhaktivedanta Swami Sri Prabhupada Ki Jai. Purport. Srimati Kunti Devi was quite aware that Krishna is the original personality of Godhead, although he was playing the part of her nephew. So she knew it, she knew it. How did she know? We will see all that, because we automatically will come to know why somebody know about it, right? We will automatically easily come to know when somebody is love us, somebody doesn't like us, isn't it? There are so many ways we can get signals. So that's what. And then Prabhupada writes very nicely. He says, such an enlightened lady could not commit a mistake by offering obeisances unto her nephew. The elder person does not bow down to a younger, right? But here it is a different power. As a devotee and as a Lord, she is paying obeisances. In fact, in Nectar of Instruction, it is mentioned that how we can respect a person. Like a Kanishta can respect on the level of, if somebody has got more wealth, then they will respect them. Somebody is older in age, they will respect them. Somebody is advanced in Shastra, they will respect them. Like all this, but everything has to be advanced than that person. Right? But a Uttam Adhikari, or will pay obeisances to person who is even advanced than him or her, but even though that person is younger. The person can be younger, but we have to pay obeisances to that person because he is spiritually advanced. Right? That's how we should see. So there are so many young brahmacharis who are so advanced. So we have to pay obeisances to them. Though they are young, we should not say, oh, he is young, so he should be obedient. No, it's not like that. It should always see from the spiritual advancement perspective. And that's how we pay obeisances. So therefore, she addressed him as the original Purusha beyond the material cosmos. The living entities are apt to fall down under the clutches of material nature, but the Lord is never like that. Lord is never like that. We all can fall down. There's a possibility. There are so many things which are going on. Maya is very powerful. So we all can fall down. We have seen so many examples where people fall down. Even people who are advancing in spiritual life, they also fall down, right? Because of material. But Lord is never like that. Never. So in Vedas, therefore, he is described as the chief among all living entities. Nityo Nityanam, Chetanas, Chetananam. So here, one point which is mentioned here, that you are existing both within and without everything. So where is that Krishna? Krishna is everywhere. Krishna is everywhere, right? But not everybody is able to see that. Not everybody has a vision, right? So I'll tell you one story. Story means the life of what? So we have got three Babajis, right? We have Jagannath Babaji. We have who is the other? Gaur Kishore Babaji. And third, anybody knows? Third Babaji. It is not there on all, huh? Vamsidas Babaji. So this is a Vamsidas Babaji Maharaj. So we'll study from his story, his life. Hare Krishna, please come. So Vamsidas Babaji Maharaj was living in Navadvip. So he was living in Navadvip and he was very renounced. He is also known as he will speak to his deities. He's got a nice, God Nitai deities and he will speak to them. Whatever is offering, he will speak. So one day, and he said, you are responsible when he goes out to do Madhukari, get some food stuff, then we'll tell them, please take care of this bhajan kutir. They will order, God Nitai, please take care of my kutir. So one day he went, and when he came, the two balls that he had got only two, metal balls in which he will cook, and the same balls will be for offering also. So both the balls were stolen. Some miscreants came, the thief came and they stole it. Babaji came and saw and said, I told you to guard this kutir. What? You couldn't even guard these balls? This is not good. How is it? Today no food for you. You will speak like this. Today no food for both of you. Until you bring these balls, I'm not going to give you food. And you're not taking it. I'm going to punish you also. There is a nice book you can read, a book by Bhakti Vikas Swami. Very beautiful book, very detailed. I'm giving very brief, but when you read it, you'll relish it more. So he says, he takes them, he takes Gaunita and makes them Damodar, ties the rope around their waist and put them into Ganges. Now you stay there. You allow, how can you allow this thing to get stolen? And he puts it. Then he's putting, on the rope is there. He's putting on his foot on the rope and standing like this. So all the onlookers, they're saying, Babaji has gone mad, because he's putting feet on the rope where the deities are tied. He says, Babaji, the deities are tied to that. You cannot put rope on that. I mean, on that, you cannot put your foot on that rope. That's not good. So he says, tell me where there is no God. Where should I not put my foot? Is there a place where I can put my foot and there is no God? Show me that place. Then he takes out, after a lot of devotee comes and says, okay, let me take it, put it back. Then one thief brings the ball and then he gives. So that is Gaura's ball. So he says, Gaura, you got your ball, very nice. You will get food. Nitya, you will not get your food. Nita, you will not get it because your ball has not come. Then he comes to know that who has stolen. So Babaji goes to him saying, hey, give me his ball. Thief is very stout, right? So he pushes him. Babaji is very weak, so he falls down, comes back and tells Nitai that, see, I couldn't get you, but I can't see you hungry also. So what to do? He starts crying. And then some villager comes and he says, Babaji, please don't keep your Nitai hungry. Please use this ball, cook something for him. And you offer. He offers it. So this is how his love was. He will speak to them. And that thief who stole it and he pushed the Babaji, after a few days, he died. He got some very weird disease and he died because he insulted a pure devotee. So this is how he will see everywhere. Okay. So let's hear something where very advanced devotees see Lord everywhere. And we should also develop that vision, because after end of the class, we are all going to get some homework. Okay? Ready for homework? Kavish, you get homework, right, in your school? No? He's saying no, he doesn't get homework in school. Akshay, you get homework, you also don't get it? Abha, what about you? Abha gets it. Okay, at least there is one student who gets the homework. So, but today everybody will get it. Even your parents will get. So you have to make sure your parent does homework. Huh? Because we have forgotten, after so many years of school, now we have forgotten how to do. So you please remind. So let's see one, it's very nice. I got collection of this. I was very pleased to see how advanced devotees see, and we'll see reference from the Shastra also, that where it is mentioned that how to see Lord everywhere in every situation. So let's see from Prabhupada. So vision of Sri Prabhupada. So the Prabhupada, when he was in Sydney, this place is in Sydney, Australia. So when Prabhupada went, there is a place called Paramatta. So as soon as Prabhupada was waiting at the signal, Prabhupada immediately called out. Immediately he says, Nunam Pramatta Kurute Vikrama. Immediately. So immediately he saw this word and he remembered Bhagavatam. This is how his vision is. Nunam Pramatta Kurute. Immediately. Right? So when same place, what happened? Jayapataka Maharaj was there. Jayapataka Maharaj was training. Same place after a few years, he was of Sydney, same place. Then he says, immediately he says, Param Mata. Who is Param Mata? Radharani, yes. Immediately he remembers Srimati Radharani. So this is how advanced devotees see things. We'll say Param Mata, okay, we will try to figure how to pronounce. Is it Parametta, Paramatta, something? We'll try doing all this, right? We'll try to, at least I will do it, but I don't, but at least most of us probably will try to figure out how to spell this, Then once Jayapataka Maharaj, this is very sweet. He was seeing Gap, somebody wearing Gap. When he was in US, he saw somebody wearing Gap. So immediately he says, Govinda Madhi Purusha. Immediately he had the vision of, saying that this is Krishna. I mean, how can you say Gap and all that? When you go to Gap, said, oh, I like the t-shirt, I like this, that. But where is Krishna there? There is no Krishna. But this is how advanced Mahabhagavat devotees see things. So we have to change our vision that we have to see Krishna everywhere, in everything, every situation. One more very sweet thing by His Holiness Radha Govind Goswami Maharaj. So when Maharaj came to US, one devotee had kept this Listerine in the bathroom, because Maharaj has come, multiple options are there. So we don't know what Maharaj will like. So he has kept this 2 bottles. And the door was open, so devotee came and he saw Maharaj paying obeisance to these 2 bottles. He says, Maharaj, what happened? Anything wrong, like you on the floor? And I said, no, he's saying Radha and Krishna. Because it's blackish blue and bluish black and this golden yellow. So immediately he had a vision of Radha and Krishna he's seeing in this bottle. We'll see which flavor it is, is it good or bad? That's how our mind will go. But this Radha going Goswami Maharaj is paying obeisance immediately. So this is how it is. Similarly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he saw Yamuna in the ocean, in the sea, when he went there, he saw ocean, and in the night he went into the sea. And he became unconscious. And morning, some fisherman put the net to catch fish, and he got, what is this big thing coming out? And he saw Mahaprabhu coming out. So this is Mahaprabhu's vision. Mahaprabhu, that day we were reading, right? The Mahaprabhu saw Chatak Parvat, right? He's saying, Govardhan, Govardhan. He's running after that. He thinks Govardhan. He saw sand dune called Chatak Parvat, and he's saying, this is Govardhan. And even before his servant Govinda catches him, he just faints and he says, this is Govardhan. This all comes in Antelila, which is like Krishna, where Mahaprabhu is feeling separation from Krishna. Too much separation. you know. So that's where he sees. So this is Mahaprabhu's bhav. This is how advanced devotee. This is how Mahaprabhu is teaching us through his own behavior. That we should see Krishna and his associates, his paraphernalia everywhere. If you see a cow, we should immediately think, oh, Krishna must be somewhere. Right? We can think like that. Any situation, we can think like that. Govardhana Shaila Jane Avista Haila. Parvata Disate Prabhu Dana Kaila. Immediately started running after it. Similarly, Ramanand Rai, when he saw Mahaprabhu, he saw both. He said, this is not Mahaprabhu, this is Radha Krishna. He had that vision. So here Ramanand Rai comes in Madhya. Pahile dekhilun toma sannyasi swarup. Ebe to ma dekhi muni shama goparu. So he says, I'm seeing both of you. Going to read translation.
Ramananda Rai then told Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, at first I saw you appear like a sannyasi, but now I am seeing you as Shyamasundara, the cowherd god.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. Thank you. So this is how their visions are. That when they see, they're able to see things they other cannot see. So similarly, a devotee should be able to see things beyond what we are seeing. Right? That is where we become more and more fixed into Krishna consciousness. Then we'll see Krishna everywhere. Krishna's hands in everything that is happening to us, happening around us. Everywhere we will see this only. And we will develop more love and more affection for Krishna. Right? That's how our vision should change. So we'll take reference from now from Shastra. All three Shastra will cover. So Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, this is very important. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvam cha mai pashyati tasyaham na pranashyami sacha me na pranashyati.
Translation: the one who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, I am never lost, nor is he ever lost to me. Hare Krishna.
So Krishna is telling Arjun that you see everything in me, and in everything you have to see me. This is how. So one who sees that he is never lost. Similarly, if you don't want to get lost in this material world, then we have to have this vision. That we have to see Krishna everywhere, in everything. That vision we have to develop. Because today we are all discriminating vision, right? We see something else. He is my friend. He is not a good friend. He is enemy. He is this, that. That's how our visions are, which are blurred and not clear. But this is what Shastra is telling us. Bhagavatam. Shri Havir Uvacha. Sarva Bhuteshu Ya Pashyet. Bhagavad Bhavam Atmanaha. Bhutani Bhagavati Atmani. Esha Bhagavatottamaha.
Translation. Sri Havir said, the most advanced devotee sees within everything the soul of all souls, the supreme personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. Consequently, he sees everything in relation to the Supreme Lord and understands that everything that exists is eternally situated within the Lord. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
So here, most importantly, the most advanced devotee sees within everything that everywhere Krishna is there. This is how we should see. In everything Krishna is there, and Krishna is there in everything. This is how advanced devotee sees. So we have to develop that vision, and we can develop that. There is no problem. Another reference from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Savar jangam dekhe na dekhe tara murti. Sarvatra haya nija ista deva spurti.
It only sees everything while acting, but it does not exactly see their forms. Rather, everywhere he immediately sees manifest the form of the Supreme God.
Hare Krishna. So immediately one can see this Mahabhagavat. So this is how their vision is. Every time they see something, they will say, "Oh, this is that." Like that day we were speaking, right? Amarendra Prabhu, when he saw two ponds, he said Radha Kund and Shyam Kund. Immediately he has vision, and we were thinking, "Oh, it's like a water pond. It's muddy. It has got flowers. All those things. Thought will come." So when we connect anything and everything with Krishna, automatically all our thoughts are becoming Krishna conscious, isn't it? If you don't, then it is all mundane discussion, mundane things which are happening. But that's how we should. So in a particular situation, we always think that, like that day we were discussing during our book reading, right? That bloom where you are planted. Bloom where you are planted. Means whichever situation we are kept by Krishna, we should accept and just start working that. Like somebody said tulip, oh, it's planted very nicely and all that. So can lotus say that, oh, why are you putting in muddy water? Put me there. No, muddy water, no problem. Lotus will be blooming in muddy water also, very beautifully. Lotus does not say, can you plant me there? No, it will just bloom. We can learn so much thing from the nature, isn't it? Wherever you see, you just plant and it will come out. Because Krishna knows exactly what is required to bring us closer to him. Krishna knows. Krishna knows. So we have to accept the situation as they are, seeing Krishna's hand in those situations. Like Kunti Devi is seeing. Kunti Devi is seeing Krishna's hand in everything. So much calamity came to her life, in her life. So much calamity. So Krishna will say relationship, yes. Sometimes you have a nice relationship. Sometimes you may not have. But both there, Krishna is trying to bring you closer to him. And if you are able to do nice bhakti together, then Krishna will bring very nice relationship between them. Sometimes it is not, because Krishna feels that if you are having little miseries in life, probably you will do more bhakti. You will become more fixed in sadhana. It happens that way, right? Similarly, in work also, somebody is getting promotion and earning more money. Somebody is losing job. Maybe that will bring him closer to Krishna. So all the situation Krishna is creating for us to go closer to him. That is all we have to see in any and every situation. If we are able to see this, then our life can be very perfected. Okay, we go to the next verse number 19. Maya javanika channam agyana dokshajam avyayam lakshe mudadrisha to natya dharo yatha. Prabhu, can you please read?
Translation: being beyond the range of limited sense perception, you are the internally irreproachable factor covered by the curtain of deluding energy. You are invisible to the foolish observer, exactly as an actor dressed as a player is not recognized. Hare Krishna.
So here one nice example is given. Like Krishna is saying, if I'm everywhere, then why people are not approaching me? Krishna thinks this, right? If I'm everywhere, then why people can't see me? Because we don't have that vision. And how he is covered? He is covered by his Maya Shakti. Right? That's why we are not able to see Krishna, and we don't see that. So here the translation is given like exactly as an actor dressed as a player is not recognized. When you have drama, lot of somebody will become like recently I went to a drama in our Gita Wise where somebody was Durgas Muni. So he's wearing a beard. He's a young boy, but wearing beard and all that. So other person may not recognize him immediately. Who is he? Then what happens after the drama is over? What we do? We introduce. Okay, Nivan Patel as Durgas Muni. Okay, Krishna Darvesh as Amrish Maharaj, like that. We introduce why, then we can recognize, otherwise it is difficult. Same thing, we are not able to see Krishna. So fault is not with Krishna, it is with our vision, right? So here a few points are mentioned by Srila Prabhupada in the purport. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Sri Krishna affirms that less intelligent persons make him to be an ordinary man like us, and thus they derive him. Less intelligent person means people who are not getting into Krishna. Here, intelligent does not mean the person who is like scholarly from Harvard and Ivy League. It is not intelligence. This is intelligence about understanding Krishna from a spiritual lens. That intelligence. So most of the people will fall into this category because they are intelligent in material world, but they have no understanding of spiritual existence. So same is confirmed here in by Queen Kunti. So she is confirming this. Now there are few things which are mentioned here that Krishna is exhibited some humanly impossible activities. Humanly impossible activity. What are those? Can somebody say them? Govardhan, yes. Govardhan. What else?
All the killing of the
All the killing of asuras. Uttara was killed just when he was 6 days old. 6 days old. Yeah, Shaktasur, Vitrasur, so many, all the asuras killed when he was not even like 10 years. All of them were killed. Huh?
Mahadarsan to Yashoda Mata.
Oh yeah, he was able to show the Brahma took all the Gopas and he manifested himself as all the Gopas and cows. All this is done. This is humanly impossible. Nobody can do it. Right? So he did all these things. Now there is one sweet point which is coming here. Prabhupada mentioned. He has shown marvelous capacities as a hero, as a householder, as a teacher, and as a renouncer. Okay, and also as a student. Right. So now it's a quiz time. Kavish, where are you going? Quiz starting. You lose points. Okay, come soon. The question will start now. Okay, so first question. 4 questions. Okay. Give me an example where Krishna is perfect student. I mean, not just one, you have a little explain also. How is he perfect student?
All the 64 hours.
In a day? In how many days?
64.
Yes. He learned all the 64 hours in 64 days. Yeah, Sandipani. Correct. He learned all 64 hours in 64 days. Which is why he is called perfect student. We take same thing if you have to learn, will take years. Will take years to study. But he finished. Like in the morning he will study with Sandipani Muni, evening he has finished. Next day, yes, next. So once this question was asked to my Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Radhana Swami Maharaj. I said, Maharaj, for Krishna, nothing is impossible. Then why did he take 64 days? Maharaj immediately responded. That is because Sandipani Muni was able to teach only at that speed. It is not Krishna is not able to learn. You can only pour water at the speed which the pump can push, right? That's how it is. So it's like that. Okay, next, householder. As a householder, how is a perfect householder?
With all the 16,108 wives.
Yes, 16,108 points. So when Narad Muni, you can see he goes to Dwarka and he says, oh, Krishna is with Rukmini, Krishna is with Jambavati, Krishna is with every, and he is confused. Narad Muni is just getting confused because he's spending equal amount of time, same affection, and different activities. Different activities. Please remember, sometimes he's giving some donation. Somebody is playing with the children. Somebody is doing some puja. Like that, he's doing activities. Somebody is playing chess. Like that. So Narad was astonished. We have one wife, and that too was too difficult to handle, right? So here, 108. So that's a perfect householder. Okay, next question. As a teacher. Bhagavad Gita, yes, this is evidence. Bhagavad Gita. Who can be perfect teacher like him? He was able to speak like in less than 1 hour. He spoke entire Bhagavad Gita, which even we are relishing to. He's so perfect, isn't it? We are relishing even today. So he's perfect teacher. Okay, as a perfect renouncer.
Ranachora.
Huh?
We just read this yesterday. Where Krishna runs away from the battle.
No, there is not renouncer.
Prabhupada writes in the purport.
He submerged Bharata.
Yeah, but still we are looking for more intense renouncing actually. Then Akrura comes, he goes and he leaves his most beloved company. Gopas and gopis, he leaves and goes. If we have to leave our loved ones, we cry so much. And we try to hanker all the time to come. Krishna never came back. So perfect renouncer. So you see, Krishna is perfect in everything. Whatever he does, it's all perfect. So we should not have even an iota of a doubt that he's not Bhagavan. He's Param Bhagavan. Prabhupada is giving so much detail. See, if you read the purport, this here, very simple translation, but look at the purport, it's so big and so much details are given there. So therefore, we should relish this purport again and again. Okay? And then we will learn so much from these purport because they are so beautifully described by Srila Prabhupada. Right? Okay. So here, one particular point is mentioned by Srila Prabhupada. But it is not possible to know the Supreme Person by imperfect experimental knowledge. That is absolutely true. We cannot see Krishna with our mundane knowledge. He is described herein as Adokshaja, or beyond the range of experimental knowledge. All our senses are imperfect, right? Everybody agrees our senses are imperfect, right? Like after certain day, we can't see, we have to wear spectacles. Sometime later on, we cannot hear, right? All these things will happen. We will not accept it, right? That it's not perfect, but it is like, so I'll tell you, when my mother came, she was not going to hear. And she was not ready to accept. So we took her to, without telling her, we took her to ear test here. And they did a test. And then report came. And he says, this is for last 10 years. So she's not been accepted. Then doctor told me that, that happens. 99% of the old age people, they don't accept that they cannot hear. They will never accept. It is very difficult to accept one's own defect, right? Oh, I can't see, I can't hear that. Very difficult. So they'll say, no, I heard like that. So this is how it is. We don't accept, but actually all our faculties are actually faulty. They are imperfect. We cannot hear certain sound. Certain frequency we cannot hear, right? But other animals can hear, we cannot hear them. So our senses are, and therefore if you are trying to understand Krishna through those senses, then that is not going to happen. Then it is impossible. Then that is impossible. Like this, we know a story of, right? The elephant is kept and 4 blind people are touching. Somebody says, how is elephant? Oh, he's like he touches the belly and says, oh, he's like a wall, big wall. Somebody touches his feet and says, oh, it looks like he's like a big pillar. Somebody touches the tail and says, oh, it's like a rope. And the elephant is not like that. But because that defect that we have got in our senses, we are not able to perceive things that as they are. It's very difficult to understand that. So therefore, Krishna, Prabhupada is saying that we cannot understand. Like here it is mentioned, we claim to observe everything and anything, but we must admit that we can observe things under certain material conditions only, which are beyond our control. Cannot see it. So Queen Kunti is accepting this deficiency of the conditioned soul, and especially for a woman class. But woman class doesn't mean that women have some kind of weakness. It is not like that. It is not like that. Okay, because many times people think that here many purport Prabhupada mentioned women are weak and all that, but it is not from that point of view. It is only from the emotion point of view. If you see wherever satsangs are happening, even today we see probably we have more Matajis, right? You will see that. If you go to any satsang also, there are more women than men. Because women have a soft heart. They have Mataji have a soft heart. And they will accept certain things very easily. So they will, but man will have a lot of logic, will apply questions. Is it right? Is it doing right? He will observe him keenly and all that. Mataji will see from the heart. The man will use brain, mind to analyze. And that's how it is. So because of the nature of the woman like that, what happened? They can accept sometimes fake guru. And because of emotion, they will accept some fake gurus. So that's where some control is required. But otherwise, both are equally. That's why Prabhupada always, in the temple, he says our temple hall must be divided equally, woman and man separately. Very clear. Because women are equal in intelligence and devotion and all that. They are, in fact, more in devotion. More in devotion. If you see anybody's home, deity worship and all that, mostly Matais would be performing most of the time because man is busy. He said, I don't have time meeting. Can you please do it? Today is my turn, but I don't know. My boss had a meeting, so now I can't do it. So that's how it happened. So basically, Matai end up doing many of the services. So that's how it is. Okay. So verse number 20. So after that, she's saying that how can a woman know you perfectly? She's talking about herself. So let's read the whole verse. Tatha paramahamsanam ninam amalatmanam bhakti yoga vidyanartham katham pashyam hi striyah. Jimani, can you please? So here, Krishna is saying that no. Why do you call yourself an ignorant? Krishna is thinking because you are calling me Paramatma and paying obedience. Now you are saying you are ignorant. How is it possible? That's not possible, right? But she is accepting. No. There is Krishna's vision. Her vision is that we still don't know it, right? That's why she's saying that ignorant. Yeah, as a woman, she's saying I'm ignorant. That's why I can't see things like as it is. So in Purport Prabhupada mentions a few things. Even the greatest philosophical speculator cannot have access to the region of the word, not of the Lord. It is said that in the Upanishad that the supreme truth, the absolute personality of God, it is beyond the range of thinking power of the greatest philosopher. The greatest philosopher cannot understand. Who can understand Krishna? Only a devotee can understand. A pure devotee can understand. A philosopher will be like having knowledge, but they cannot see Krishna. They cannot understand Krishna. That's why so many people are writing and speaking about Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, but there is hardly any, how that you get in those. Otherwise, in India, every day there are hundreds of Bhagavatam katha going, hundreds, every day. 365 days a year, there is a Bhagavad katha going on in India, and hundreds of them. Then why devotees are not becoming, why people are not becoming a devotee? Because those are done for belly. I want money for that. They are done for intellect. Oh, I want fame. People should know I am a great Bhagavad Kathakar. I'm speak things on Bhagavad Gita. So people should respect me from that. From this point of view, Bhagavad Katha and Bhagavad Gita is being taught in India. That's why those who hear them, they cannot get essence of it. The essence is lost. That's why when we hear Bhagavad Katha from a Paramhams, a very advanced devotee, from the Parampara, then we can have some love for Krishna. Otherwise, it is not possible. It is not possible. That's what is happening. So here, further Prabhupada writes, he is knowable by great learning or by the greatest praying. He is knowable only by one who has his mercy. So only when the Krishna showers his mercy, when we know it. So mercy can come by Krishna, mercy can come through his devotees, pure devotees, like Srila Prabhupada and his parampara. When they shower mercy, then we can know Krishna. Right? Other may go on thinking about him for years together, yet he is unknowable. Nobody can know him. This very fact is corroborated by the queen, who is playing the part of an innocent man. So, Krishna, Queen Kunti is, telling that, and through her, she's telling this. Through her, she's telling all of us that if we try to apply intelligence, then we will never know Krishna. Only if you have mercy of Krishna, like when Krishna gave his vision, Virat Swarup in Kurukshetra, not everybody could see it. Right? Why? Because nobody had, mercy was not there from Krishna's side, so nobody could see it. Krishna was present in front of Dushasan, Duryodhan, all this, but they couldn't see him as a god. They only saw, oh, he's some Gopal, cowherd boy who has got some mystic power. They will think like that. They only thought that. But Krishna was there with them so much. So therefore, our visions are defective. When we see Krishna, if Krishna comes in front of us, it's difficult for us to recognize him as well. Krishna comes to us in many forms, right? We are very hungry and somebody gives us a food. How he got it, that I'm hungry? Krishna's mercy, right? We need something, our friend calls, hey, I was just coming their side and I'm just going back to India. We have something, can I give it to you? And we say, I wanted this and I just got it like that. So many things will happen. We have to see Krishna's hand in every situation, everything that happens to us. We always thank the immediate cause. Oh, my friend called, oh, thank you, Prabhu, so much. I was actually looking for this food. I was hungry and thank you. But do we thank the ultimate cause? We have to thank the ultimate cause also, which is Krishna, because he is giving all of us. Krishna gives inspiration to that person, please go and give this food. I mean, he will not tell in his ears, please go and give food to this person, but he will inspire him. So he will come and give it to us. Right? So this, we have to always think of both the things. Immediate cause, ultimate cause, or in every situation. Thank both. But thank more Krishna, because Krishna is inspiring. Right? So that's what Kunti Devi is telling. The Lord is so kind that he does not show special favor only to one who is great philosopher. He knows the sincerity of purpose. For this reason only, women generally assemble in great number in any sort of religious functions. Very clear. We all come in large numbers, right? Huh? In Zoom also, we go, Matajis will be more, you will see. And they will be also there with the cameras on. Most of the Prabhuji's cameras are off because there is a multitasking going on. Because that's how they learn in the corporate world, like multitasking. But in multitasking, nothing is achieved. We in fact end up spending more time. Now people are trying to focus on one thing. They are changing things. One thing at a time. Do one thing at a time. And that way you can achieve more. So yes, women in any religion, it's not just about our religion. Any religion you see, women are there. If you go to church also more, at the prayer in Islam, everywhere you see more women going there. Always. This simplicity of acceptance of the Lord's authority is more effective than showing insincere religious fervor. So when we accept that Lord is the final authority, that sincerity and humbleness is very much required. As Sri Krishna Guru mentioned, when you have to pray, how? Humble. Being humble. That you are supreme. You are the greatest. I have no knowledge. I have no power. Nothing. I'm helpless without you. In that humility we have to pray. In fact, for that we have to read the prayers, the bhajan by Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Title is Sharanagati. They are so mesmerizing, so mesmerizing. If we just hear those bhajans, they are so beautiful. It will purify our heart. It will actually tell this is my condition. When we read those bhajan, it will look like this is my condition. And we will become humble. Regardless of whatever material position is, we'll become humble by reading those bhajans. That's why Amarendra Prabhu is mentioning that I sing those bhajans, I read these prayers, and that's how I develop so much love for these scriptures. So we have to do like that. Okay. Next verse is very sweet. This verse everybody probably knows. Verse number 21. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Danaya Cha Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah. So there is another similar verse. Anybody knows that?
Krishna Vasudevaya Hare Parama.
Nasaya Govindaya. Very nice. First and fourth line are same, but it is from another scripture, but it is there. So yes, thank you, Mataji. Okay. Can you please, Mataji, would you like to read the translation? Yeah, please.
Let me therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto the Lord, who has become the son of Vasudeva, the pleasure of Devaki, the boy of Nanda, and the other cowherd men of Vrindavan, and the enlightener of the cows and the senses. Hare Krishna.
So here, three names are there. What are those? Vasudeva, Devaki, and Nandamata. So immediately when the shloka was being taught by Gaurang Darshan Prabhu in his class, I was also there. So even in a child, because he loves children so much, even in Bhakti Vaibhav class, he will have children in the class, young children, and they will recite shloka, very amazing. They'll ask very smart questions, also, very intelligent questions. So immediately they ask, where is Yashoda? Why she is not there? She is supposed to be there, isn't it? But why she is not there? Because she is the most Vatsalya Bhav, she has got the highest Vatsalya Bhav, but her name is not there. Immediately that question came. And Prabhu said, no, that will come. Her glories cannot be glorified in a partial way. In one sloka, we have multiple ways. His glory is separate in a whole verse together. So it will come in the later part, where Kunti Devi pray, but that will come a little later. So it is like that. So this is our vision that, where is this Parashat? Where is Yashoda? She is not there. So it is so sweet. So Krishna is actually more merciful than other incarnations. That we have to understand, right? And we'll see that here because Nanda and Yashoda are more fortunate compared to Devaki and Vasudeva. They're more fortunate because they are able to see the Krishna's Balya Leela. A parent will most childish, all the childish pastime will be remembered by the mothers and parents most, right? When they grow up and they may do something, but we'll still go back and say, no, maybe I think that is sweet. If the child is, if we are not very good with the childhood, we'll still go back and remember only the childhood past. They are so sweet. Because when the parent see the separation from the child, they will always remember the childhood pastime. Always. And that's why when Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Maya got to see that, got to relish that, they are considered to be more fortunate than Devaki and Vasudeva. So there are a few important points which are there. We'll understand them. Okay. And there's a quiz coming after this. Okay. So all get ready. Akshay. Yeah. Okay. So Purport Prabhu says, the Lord being thus unapproachable by any material asset, out of unbounded and causeless mercy descends on the earth as he is in order to show his special mercy upon his unaware devotees and to diminish the upsurges of the demonic persons. So Krishna descends for two reasons: to give pleasure to the devotees, right? And of course, Dharma Sansthapanarthaya. Both purpose he comes. But more so because he comes to give pleasure to the devotees. That is the primary reason. For that he comes. So here, descents of Lord Krishna all above all other incarnation, because in this particular incarnation he is more approachable. In the Rama incarnation, he remained a king's son from his very childhood. So when you see Lord Ram is equal to Krishna. He's Krishna himself. There is no difference. But we adore more Krishna. Lord Ram never had any childhood past that we will see. You'll remember his, Yuddhakand, his Sundarkand pastimes and all that. They are more relished. We'll see more stories on that, right? Even if you see here Ram Katha, they will not talk more about Ram's childhood pastime, right? Because he was like a king. So that is, but Krishna is like a Nanda Gopal. He's like a small cowherd boy. Anybody and everybody can approach him. There's no question. Even we adore this, the Little Krishna series which comes, like the animated, everybody loves it. Even from a child to adults, everybody loves it. It's so sweetly made. And it is made, by the scripture. They have studied scripture and whatever descriptions are given, based on that they have made it. So it is a real thing that we see. But in the incarnation of Krishna, although he was son of king, he at once left the shelter of his real father and mother just after his appearance and went to the lap of Yashodamai to play the part of ordinary cowherd boy in the blessed Vraj Gopi, which is very sanctified because of his childhood pastime. Therefore, we remember Vrindavan so much. We don't remember much Mathura or Dwarka and all that, where he took birth and when he spent most of his time. Dwarka, he spent most of his time because in Vrindavan, he was there only for like 11 years, 10, 11 years, that's it. But those are more relished, more, we remember more on that. Therefore, Lord Krishna is more merciful than Lord Ram. Obviously, that's what he says. He is undoubtedly very kind to Kunti's brother Vasudeva and her family. Had he not become the son of Vasudeva Devi, Queen Kunti could not claim him to be her nephew and thus addresses Krishna in parental affection. But Nanda and Yashoda are more fortunate because they could relish the Lord's childhood pastimes, which are more attractive than all other pastimes. It's so beautiful. Therefore, when we also read, when we see the 10th canto is full of childhood pastimes. Full of childhood pastimes. Every chapter is so much nectar in every chapter, every shloka. So, therefore, we should read this again and again, read the pastime of Lord Krishna. The Krishna book that we have, that is got all the pastime, very wonderfully described. It's got 90 chapters in Krishna book, but they are all very wonderful. We can read it to our children, they can read it and relish it. That way we can always remember, because what we read, that we can imagine. And when we read about Krishna's pastime, then we'll remember his childhood and the vision. When we try to see, we'll see Damodar, who is stealing butter, who is playing with cows, he's playing with gopis. All this, will come in our mind. And that vision is what will help us in remembering Krishna at all the time. Because our goal is to remember Krishna. So if you have to remember somebody, what do we remember? Some pleasant things, isn't it? Something which is nice. So the nice things are only the childhood pastimes. Okay. So here, one thing is there that Krishna has given more mercy to Yashoda, Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj, right? And especially by doing his pastimes in their homes for so many years. And therefore, their position is comparatively higher than the Devaki and Vasudeva, always, right? So here, one important point is mentioned here. Let's read that. His pastimes with Nanda and Yashoda, and his pastimes with the cowherd man, and especially with the cowherd boys and the cows, have caused him to be known as Govinda. Okay. So now let's have a quiz time. Okay. So now tell me the reasons why Krishna is called as Govinda. Okay, first offer to kids. Okay, go is cow and Govardhan. Okay. Anything else? These two. Next. Anybody want to take an attempt? You can take help from Abha. You can ask question. Phone a friend. Govardhan, yes, Govardhan. He lifted Govardhan. Go means Govardhan, go means cow. Yes. Anything else? Gopi, Hari Bol. You stole the highest. Very nice. Very good. Okay, others now. Floor is open to everybody now. Go is Goloka. Yeah, Goloka is Bhumi. So yes, yes, Bhumi.
Master of the sense.
Master of senses. Yes, yes. Cows, senses. Yes. Govardhan, gopis. What else? Huh? Gopas. Yes, I knew this. I knew the answer of the sequence. See, I'm putting all this coming. All the sequences are coming in the same order as you will respond. Because I knew. But now there are two more, which is difficult. That's why I kept it last. There are two more. Think about it. What is go? Go has got many meanings. Like Sanskrit words, go has got several meanings. Gopal is there. Gopal is name. But go also means waves. So now can you think of it? Huh? No, go means waves.
Like
Wave. When he was born, what happened?
Oh, his father brought him down to the sea and like the waves were.
Yeah, through Yamuna. Yes. Yes. And the Yamuna was trying to touch the feet, and that's why he rose. So it did not rise. Yamuna did not rise because of the so much water. No. In fact, Yamuna was giving way. But they wanted to touch the lotus feet of the Lord, and they were rising. And Vasudeva got afraid. What is happening? Then immediately the Krishna came to know, oh, this is what is happening. So he just took his feet out and touched the Yamuna, and then Yamuna becomes. So that is Yamuna. Okay, now this one is very sweet. Who can get it? Go. Go means what?
He's ready to go whenever.
That is English. No, that is all. That's they are eating here. All this. That is go is there. Okay, let me give a hint. Opposite to Godas. Goswami. Krishna give pleasure to Goswami so much. He gave pleasure to Goswami. So much story of Raghunath Das Goswami. Radharani comes and puts her veil in top of her. She cooks for Sanatana Goswami, Raghunath, and Rupa Goswami. When there's a birthday, she comes and gives, prepares the material and prepares kheer for Rupa Goswami. And that was his birthday. Because he had no time, he was writing. No, so you keep writing, I will do it for you. So they give pleasure to Goswamis. So that's why it's called Govinda. So Govinda means, Vinda means giving pleasure. Vinda means giving pleasure, and go means all the different meanings. Cows, Bhumi, senses, Yamuna, waves of Yamuna, Govardhan, Gopis, Gopas, all the very nice. Kids, very nice. You all did very good. Very good. Yeah, so now in the purport is mentioned, Govinda is more inclined in the Brahmanas and cows, indicating thereby that human prosperity depends more on those two items, means protecting cows and Brahmanas, namely Brahmanical culture and cow protection. The Lord Krishna is never satisfied when these are lacking. This Krishna is never satisfied. That's why we should love cow, and we should protect Brahmanas. Okay, so we'll stop here because then we'll further keep going in the next time. So few takeaways today, some homework now. So time for homework. So one very important discussion that we did today was about seeing Krishna everywhere. And we see how all the Paramhamsas, all advanced devotees are saying. We saw reference from Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhagavad Gita, that how we should see Krishna in every situation, everywhere. So this is homework, takeaway. Now this is up to you. I'm giving as a teacher. I'm not as a teacher. I'm also going to do homework myself. Is that write 3 things that happens to us every day and where we saw Krishna's hand. Okay. So every day we write. So what will happen? After almost a year, we will see that in everything Krishna's hand is there. Our vision will change towards the world. By daily practicing, this thing, daily practicing, that whatever happened is a good situation, bad. Like for example, when you go to a temple, we see 2 people wearing, 2 devotees wearing, one is wearing blue and the other is yellow. Immediately we can say, oh, this is like Radha Krishna or God Nitai. We can think like that. And immediately we can get that vision, right? And as I gave the question about the prasad, when you're hungry, somebody gives you prasad. Or you are in a queue where you're standing so behind, somebody comes and, Prabhu, please take this. And you think I'm going to take 15 minutes, but somebody comes and give it to you. You feel so happy. Somebody inspired you, right? Sometimes you are in a prasad queue, rasgullas, gulab jamuns are there, and you think it's going to get over by the time because you're in the last. And actually, when you see it's really over. But the person who said, he said, Prabhu, I kept one for you. Has that happened? It has happened many times with me. I have seen it. Prabhu, please take this. So you can think, you can see Krishna's hand in that. You thank him, but thank Krishna also. Right? Krishna, thank you. So when we have this, when we develop, this primary exercise is for developing our vision to see Krishna everywhere in every situation. It could be very simple situation. Very simple situation like somebody giving prasad, somebody is, when you are trying to go in a grocery and you are having a long queue and you think, okay, I'm going to take so long. But he says, you want to come first? And we go there and finish it out. You have to remember Krishna at the time. Like I know I was in Aldi shop and I had only 2 items. And one person came and he says, the cart was full. And now the store is closing 8 p.m. So I thought, my class is going to start at 8:30 and I might get delayed. So I was thinking like that. And he saw that I have only 2 things. He said, would you like to? I said, yes. I immediately went. I thank him, but I forgot to thank Krishna. So I want to now develop this vision that we want to thank Krishna for things that happen to you. Either good, bad, doesn't matter. We have to start seeing hand of Krishna in every situation. And this will help us in developing love for Krishna. So this is homework. So I know, Kavish, you don't get homework, but this is homework. We'll check your diary. Huh? So I just gave some number 3 things, but whatever number that you feel, you can write it. But at least if you write these 3 things, it will really help. Okay. So few announcement. So we have temple program. Tomorrow is a temple cleaning happening. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself cleaned the Gundicha temple. So much cleaning. So we can do Mandir Marjanam. Tomorrow is there. So no need to cook lunch. We can take prasad in the temple and then work to clean. Then Sunday we have Sunday feast given by Her Grace Gita Mataji. So you can join there. She's going to talk about devotee association, very important topic in our parampara. And there's a drama by Gita Wise, the Amrish Maharaj and Durgas Muni. So that's also be wonderful that you can attend tomorrow on Sunday. Yeah, this is on Sunday. So this is Sunday, April 16. This is what we have. So you can attend this. Right. This is all going to happen. Yeah. I don't know why it's not happening yesterday. Yeah, and then Sunday is also Ekadashi. So please remember this. Fast from grains on Sunday. We have Sunday feast, but it's a Sunday Ekadashi feast. So we have feast. Yeah, just remember that. Next week, week after, we have a Kirtan Mela. So we will not have our Bhakti Vriksha because the Kirtan Mela is there. We have Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj will be there in Kirtan Mela and he'll be giving class as well on Sunday feast class. So he's there. Week after that, Vaishishika Prabhu is coming, and there is a seminar happening especially for that. So all of we, or next Friday, we'll again not have Bhakti Viksha. Next to next also we'll not have, because Vaishishika Prabhu is giving class on Sankirtan, book distribution. So very special. Yeah, Friday. No, Friday at Devotees Home, incoming. So we'll be posting, temple will post the details so you all can join. But please come, because these are the, great devotees association, and we can all relish, their association. And in month of May, we have Chaitanya Charan Prabhuji coming. He's coming. So it's coming in month of May. So yes, you all can join for this. Chaitanya Charan Prabhu class will be in the weekdays, because he's coming, I think, Monday to Friday or something like that. Tuesday to Friday, because his schedule is something like that. So we can at least come in the evening, attend those classes. And yeah, there will be try to do online also, but as much as we should meet in person, so we can get that. So yeah, so we'll be meeting now straight in May now in our Bhakti Ruksha. But the homework is there. So homework has to be done. Just because we don't have class, we cannot do homework for Monday on Sunday, because then we'll forget. So many things have gone by, and we'll forget. So try to, before you go to bed, think about things and write down simple things. And I'm also going to do myself, because I was into the television. Okay. Yeah, he'll be there in April, mid-May. He's coming in May. So Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj is next week. That is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Vaisheshika Maharaj is coming on 27, 28, 29, 30. That is how he's coming. 27 is Thursday. So he'll be giving class on 28, which is Friday. Then Saturday also we'll go in the temple. There is discussion, and then there is a field training that we all can go and implement the concept that we learn, book distribution. So we ourselves can go and do that. So that's how it's going to be. So it's a good thing. We all get experience. So kids will love it, because they can also learn this art of distributing books at such a young age. So all should come. Everybody should come, because this kind of things. Because he's the #1 book distributor in the US. His team distributes thousands of books, and we can learn this art from him. So please join this wonderful session which are happening. Kirtan Mela also, we have got very, very, very amazing Kirtaniyas coming. Gaurvani Prabhu is coming. Ajamil Prabhu is coming. So we're going to be very, very beautiful time. So we'll meet now straight in May, first week. But homework is there, and we have Bhagavatam we can keep reading. And of course, our daily Shastra reading is there. So, Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Vancha kalpataru vyascha vipa sindhu vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnava ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Hare Krishna. Any questions or comment or correction?
Please, Chaitanya Charan Prabhuji, can we request certain books?
He has already said, in fact, I only received books today. I have to see which books are there. Yeah, if you want something, let me know. We can request. Yeah, so you can check with him whether he's bringing those books, or if there are some specific book, we can see if he has already got them and they can. So thank you.